my name is Janet Orchard and I'm the Programme Director of the EdD programme that the University of Bristol runs in Hong Kong.
And I'm Angela Joyce, I'm the Subject Librarian for Education.
So the wider academic context is that the School of Education has run an EdD and a Master's programme in Hong Kong in partnership with City University since 1997. So this is a long-standing partnership where academic members of staff go out to teach units to part-time learners over weekends intensively, and then the rest of the support is online.
As Subject Librarian, I'm responsible for teaching students information and research skills. I was fairly new to this post and I wanted to make things more interesting and friendly for the Hong Kong students. In the past, they'd had an online sort of workbook or information handbook, on Blackboard, but I wanted to try and use technology to do something a bit more immediate. And I'd heard of the Collaborate software, conferencing software, which is available through Blackboard, and especially for education. So I decided to give that a go, talk to Janet about it, and she was keen. So we decided to try and run a workshop last May. So basically the workshop was running the slides, well, saying hello first and the students seeing my face on camera, and then running the slides and talking, and then doing the live demos and starting for questions.
My experience of working remotely and at a distance and across quite a big time zone is that you've got quite a lot of complications there and there's lots of potential for things to go wrong. So being quite a risk-averse person, what I discussed with Angela were various layers of plans. So we had plan A, which was to use Collaborate. We had plan B, which was Skype as a backup should there be any problem with the technology, given that we were unfamiliar with using it. And then we also lined up phones, so there was the possibility of WhatsApp and email, so that we had various different ways of communicating.
In fact, at the first workshop, the sound didn't work. This was one problem. It's all very silly looking back. We'd done a dry run and checked, although Janet was in a different place. She was in a hotel in Hong Kong. But on the actual day, sound didn't work. And looking back, I realised it was probably my headset that I hadn't tested properly. It wasn't working.
But this is why having all the other plans in place as fallback were really, really important, because actually what turned out was that we managed, even though the sound didn't work brilliantly well.
I was a bit sort of stressed afterwards, but Janet was very encouraging and said, try again in September.
Well, so, based on the very positive and appreciative feedback of the students.
Yeah. So for the next one, well, it was a library induction really, because we were in September by then, so it was like an introduction to new students. We had 2 inductions back to back, the same one, and it all worked really well. Sound, everything. I was able to show the slides, do live demos, the students asked questions. So the second time, it worked really well. We were very encouraged.
It was quite funny because we'd allowed lots of time and we ended up twiddling our thumbs, making a cup of tea, because actually we didn't need all that time.
No,
but having been through the stress of the first occasion, that was definitely a much better situation to be in. Yeah. Well, I'm surprisingly excited about this. I wouldn't have put myself down as a fan of either of Blackboard or digital learning, but I'm a real fan and a convert now. Since that, I've conducted a meeting for a conference that I was reviewing papers for using this technology rather than Skype, because the person that I was working with was unfamiliar with Skype, so it was easier to use this in that particular case. Recently, I conducted an information session or a marketing open day equivalent for students in Hong Kong, and this time we had a further experiment, which was, as well as having a group of students in one room, we emailed the link directly to individual students who were able to join the session remotely from their own homes and workplaces.